Hey filmmakers, this video is all about how to layer your tracks in different ways to sort of make all the elements of your video work together in a way that's synced up and looks good and sounds good and is good. So to do that, we got to open your WeVideo project. Now, at this point, you should have all of your media in, you should have it collected, or at least the stuff that you're going to be working on for this part of the video should be uploaded into WeVideo. So if you haven't done that yet, do that. And the last video that I did talked about that. But once you get there, you want to go to your projects and you want to open your video. So if I go back to my project, like, oh, that's my 8th grade film project. And then here's my video. I open my video edits. And what I'll find is I see like some folders up here. Oh, there's all that stock media stuff, audio, all kinds of stuff. But then down here is really where we want to focus our attention. And that is where you have what they call timeline mode. Now, if it's not set to timeline mode, you might actually be at like what they call storyboard mode. You want to get out of storyboard mode. Storyboard mode is maybe easier, but it doesn't allow you to do nearly as many cool things as you can in timeline mode. So if you're not on timeline mode, make sure you switch over and say switch to timeline. Yes. And then when you get here, what you'll see, and I'm not sure what that is, you'll see all of these different tracks that are listed here. It says text 1, video 1, audio 1 that are listed here. What I want you to think of as these layers is that what you see at the top, so text 1, that's the top layer. So if I was looking down on these tracks, like physically actually looking down, text 1 is what would appear on the top layer. Underneath that would be the video. So that's what would appear underneath the text. And then the audio is kind of underneath all of that, sort of layering everything else at the bottom. And so anything I put on the top of those tracks, just physically at the top, is going to appear first, and then anything underneath will appear underneath that. So let's say I have some stock media that I want to use. What I've found is I want to use something like like raindrops on a window, right? Like maybe I'm doing raindrops window, and I want to do something like that. And find one that I really like. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that looks kind of cool. Or I'm not sure. Maybe I'll go with one of these. Oh, I like that one. So if I drag this in, I want to put it on my video track because that's going to be the video that's showing. And then maybe I want to layer that though with a title over the top. I want to have some words appear on the screen. And I don't want them to appear over black. I want them to actually appear over the video. Now you can have them appear over black, but we're going to start by going to text. And if I find some kind of title, I'm just going to go to the first one. But if I go to this text and I say, oh, yes, that one, I want to type something there that I'm going to put over the top. If I layer that over the top, then when I play that, now you'll see, oh, those words appear over the top of my video track. And so I could have it say something else. Maybe it's the title of my film, or maybe it's, some words that I'm putting in to illustrate the scene, or whatever it is that I want to do, I put on the top. If I don't have anything there, if I took out, or if I layered it over a part where there wasn't any video, so I'm going to go over to this part here, then you'd see it just appears over black. There's nothing there. Now you can change the backgrounds and you can do stuff like that. Let me move that over a little bit more. But if you don't change anything, it's just over black. And then that part, oh, there it appears. So that's just a way to think about your video, is in those layers. Now, of course, if I want to add audio to this also, so let's say I want some music and I want to go to, here I'm going to go to I want to have some sad music. Oh my gosh, there's one called Open Heart Surgery. What does that sound like? Okay, that might work. So if I want to put that in, then I would drag that down to my audio track. And then when I put it all together, it's not great, but okay. So all those things are working together. And as I preview, so there's this preview button over here, that's where you see how things are synced up. Now you can make the tracks if you want things to sort of shrink down and condense so you can move more easily, there's this slider in the lower right-hand corner that if you drag, that kind of makes everything smush together. But maybe I really want to be able to get in and to fine-tune something just by maybe like not even at maybe a part of a second. Well, if I want to really just move something around a little bit, I want to zoom in. So if I click and zoom in on it, now, and all these, you can see all these kind of bumps represent sounds that are going on my audio track. And I'm like, oh, I really want it to start right there. See, I know that's where that is going to start because there's that bump. I know that's where the music starts. So I want to move it right there. So right when those raindrops come on, it just starts right in that perfect spot. And I want this title to start right here when the audio track starts. And so I move everything around and then I can preview it again and I can see, does it start the way that I want? Oh yeah, right there. It came on the moment that those raindrops came on the screen. I had the music go, and I had it just the way that I wanted it. So I can add tracks as well. So if I'm like, well, I want to put then like a sound effect track. So I need another audio track, or I want to put another video over here that they're like going to fade into each other or something like that. If you go over to this plus button, you can add different tracks. So we'll ask you, do you want it to be a video or text track, or do you want it to be an audio track? You can name it. So like if I actually wanted to name this one like raindrops, right? I know this is going to be something like that, or this is going to be whatever. I can name it something and add that track. But then you see now if I put if I put the raindrops here and I put it over the top, well, what's going to happen is it's going to cover up my title. So remember that whatever you want, so see, now I can't see the titles. So anything that you want to appear on top, remember you need to have that on the top. I can also add audio tracks. So let's say I want to mix in like a sound effect here. I could also add in an audio track and put that, maybe I call this like sound effects or something like that. I just have one track that's devoted to sound effects. And I put that. Now that one is at the bottom. And if I find maybe I want to actually find like a rain sound effect for that one. And I go to my sound effects. And I can look up, and I could actually also go to stock media and look up for, refine my search to just sound effects and look up rain or something like that and see, oh, what's it? Oh, that could be cool. So if I drag that one in and I put it below here, right at the beginning, now I have layered together some titles, the music, and I have the rain. All right. So all those things are layered together. So that's really how those track layers work. And you want to fine tune those and sync those up in just the perfect way. So you have things appear and you have sounds come on exactly when you want them to. So it makes more sense to your viewer and also tries to get them to be more interested in what's on the screen. So to really work on layering those tracks and syncing those things up perfectly as you go. Good luck.